When starting up Bocad for the very first time, the interface might be a bit overwhelming, lots of icon bars. You might not exactly know what they're for, what they're doing, what they're meant for. Let's arrange the screen a little bit more to our liking. So first of all, we need to start a new job. So we go to the File menu, go to New, and I just start a new job called Test 001. I make sure also for the very first start that my input is indeed in feet inches. Make sure that for the very first start you have your input in feet inches if you work on an imperial job, and your profile selection as well. And the input, there's various ways to do the input, but I'm just gonna focus on the very first option. Okay, press New. And the first thing we will see popping up is the grid. So I'm supposed to enter some information regarding the project number, regarding the customer, project name, location perhaps. This is all information that will end up in the title blocks and in the bill of material, in the header of the bill of material. And under the More tab we will find a bit more information concerning project leader and perhaps even some user-defined fields with whatever data you might require that could be added to your title block or headers. The grid we are going to start with, we can start with various shapes of grids, and we can give our grid a name as well as defining the X values. So what I got over here, so if I say we have 2 feet, 10 feet, 2.5 feet, enter to refresh the values, we will see a little update of indeed 2 feet, 10 feet, and 2.5 feet. If I want to multiply values, I would have 2:5 feet, enter to refresh the values, and there I will see in the preview indeed 10 feet. So I will ask for a couple more grid lines like this, 5 feet in between. In the Y distance it will be exactly the same logic, and in Z it will be absolute, so always with 0 as a reference. Now you don't need to have 0 as your starting value. You might start at -1 foot, for example, like this. We will start at -1 foot, next level is at 5 feet, meaning the distance in between is not 5 feet, but the distance in between will be 6 feet. Yeah, you could also start with a height of, let's say, I'm just gonna enter, for example, for once, 18, meaning 18 inches. As soon as I press enter, Bocad understands that we're going for 1.5 foot. So for now, I will just start at elevation 0 in this little example, and in between my grid lines I would like to have a little bit more. I would like to have 6 feet in between my various grid levels. I confirm that with OK. An axis will be generated, or a 2D view I should say, will be generated of each and every axis. I just start on the first one. So 2D view will be opened of the axis I chose. I'll just arrange that a little bit across my window. And this is the moment where I can then finally play around with the icons, play around with the various components of my screen. So first of all, there's the Smart Navigator, which will show the hierarchy of our job. We can place this on the left side, on the right side, wherever it suits you best. I'm going to place it on the right side. Same thing as the message window. I'm going to place that right below the Smart Navigator, as we call it. There's also a little icon bar there on the right. That seems to be a 2D icon bar. I'm just going to place it over there for now. And I also see a couple of icon bars at the bottom, but not exactly sure if I'm going to use these right away. So by applying a right mouse click on top of the window, I can activate, deactivate the Smart Navigator and the message window. I would leave them on. Now there's a couple of menus here or icon bars I can switch on or switch off, and there's definitely a couple I will switch off. So 2D first of all will go off. 3D undo, definitely I want to keep that one. Change view, yes, I want to keep it. Connections and Smart Select, no. Right click again. Connections, yes. Then edit members and Smart Select, no. Right click. I want the simple edit members. There will also be a file quit, file start. Okay, no problem. Global settings, no need. Info search and Smart Select, no. Info search general one, yes. Interface, meaning import export, no, not necessary for now. Members and Smart Select, no. Members, yes. Outputs, it's too early for that, so no, not for now. Pick mode, really up to you. We can pick on various types of components on screen. It could indeed be useful to have those icons somewhere around. There will be a point normal, yes. The points in Smart Select, no. Representation settings, yes, definitely will be very useful. Scale, same thing. And structure, well, depends if we really want to split up our project into phases or we work a lot with the grids, then maybe, but for now I will switch it off. Perhaps I would also get the icon bar for views, switch that one on, and I'm going to move around a couple of these icon bars around the screen. Pick mode, I'll put that one at the bottom. Connections, I'll place that over here. Information over there. Member creation there. Member editing, I'll place it right behind the member creation. And if you want to leave a bit of space in between your icon bars, feel free to move around and leave a bit of space in between the various icon bars. The position of these icon bars will be saved as soon as we leave the job. That's why I had to start with a job in this case. And I would just like to have these icon bars placed exactly like this as soon as I go file, quit, or file, yes, close and then quit. The icon bars and window positions, by the way, will be saved. So that's what I will do here. I'll quit, yes. And when I will start up, everything will be in place where we just had it right now. So when I open up Bocad again, open that same job, or if I go file, open, whichever is easier for you, test, open that job up, and we can already see that the window and all the icon bars are exactly in the same position where we left them the last time we were busy with the software.